Stay alert, people. Just because the lights are off doesn't mean nobody's home. This is some crazy technology. You getting this, Chandra?
Recording the whole thing, sir. Looks like Vegas boys cleaned it out.
Bad for a blunt.
Mutant Shiner.
My name's Umagan and you better use it. Unless you want your head cut off.
And don't.
I can help you. I can help you find Vega.
Vega?
The Brotherhood holds our leader, Trados, in a highly secured medical colony south of here. We don't have the resources to break him out without you. But you can't find Vega without us.
Why should I trust you?
Unlike you blunts, the Forgotten are a people of honor.
I have pinpointed the location of the Nod prison camp. An array of sensor towers has been installed around the perimeter.
If we don't take that array out first, they'll know we're coming. Trados will be killed.
Ava, give us an approach assessment.
Welcome back to Let's Play CNC Tiberian Son. Here we get yet another optional mission.
A sensor net protects the valley where Trados is being held. To facilitate his rescue, we must disable the array that controls this highly sensitive net. Once down, it will be much easier to get Trados out of the valley. Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
This is another mission without base building, and it already starts us off with kind of a dick move. If the units move to their position like they're supposed to be, the medic will always end up getting shot at by the enemy, and since he can't heal any infantry unit other than himself, you already start taking damage that you cannot heal, so it's obviously better to let the others tank for him.
Loud and clear. Medic reporting. I'm taking heavy fire. Infantry reporting. Infantry reporting.
Reinforcements have arrived.
So our goal for this mission is to destroy several targets here. There's 3 of these relay stations and also the central sensor array. And we also get a new Tiberian mutation, the Vein Howl.
Sir, orders received. On my way. Sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
These ambushes are going to be a running theme throughout this mission. Also crushed that Nod infantry. It's actually worth to mention if you're unfamiliar with CNC. You can actually run infantry over with vehicles, and it's often a lot quicker than just killing them with tank shots or something like that.
Moving out. Loud and clear. Infantry, yes, sir. Loud and
Yeah, these Nod tanks have quite a range to them. And since I can heal my disc throwers but not my titans, I sent those over to deal with them while my other units take care of this forward base here, or I guess it's more like 2 buildings, can't really call it a base.
waiting orders.
Here we also have another new Tiberian mutation, the Tiberian Fiend. This is our first mutated wildlife we see. These guys will sometimes appear in Tiberium fields. They're normally hostile to everybody, but in this mission they're scripted to be on our side, which is pretty good because these guys hurt a lot. If they were to attack my force right now, there would be nothing I could do to stop them.
Unit ready. Orders
These guys will take care of some of the enemy troops for us, but when they are scripted to just take a suicide charge into the enemy defenses. And while they do a lot of damage, they aren't invincible themselves either. So one thing that's interesting is sometimes these civilian structures will have quite interesting names like Westwood Stock Exchange or something like that. I'll try to show them off when I can, but I probably won't get all of them. There's actually quite a big variety in civilian structures here. So after we destroy this first array station, the enemy will come to attack us. Since I kinda wanna complete this mission without casualties, I'll just camp out here while the enemy slowly trickles in. Just have my medic heal anything that takes damage.
Loud and clear. Yes, sir. Waiting unit ready.
If all these guys would come in at once, that'd be a pretty big problem, but since they trickle in one by one like this, they aren't really a threat.
Loud and clear.
Also, something weird I just noticed, there was someone shooting something in the background, some light infantry. Many of these campaign maps will have occasions where there's just infantry shooting something in the background and I have no idea what it is.
Got it. Good as kept. Sir.
The stick tank has no chance against 3 Titans at once, so...
Waiting orders. Loud and clear. Good as kept. Yes, sir. Alan. Yes, sir. Unit ready. Waiting orders.
Now here I sent 2 Titans to take out the laser turret. I do it because, well, Titans outrange laser turrets and can pretty much just snipe them. If I sent in all 30 of my Titans, the third one will bug out and his buffing AI will send him charging through the enemy position. That's why I only use 2 of them. These old CNC games really had big problems with pathing. Harvesters in particular are just famous for pathing problems. Just driving straight through enemy bases, getting stuck at choke points, stuff like that. Tiberian Sun is generally better than the first CNC games, but by no means perfect or even particularly good about pathfinding.
Medic reporting.
And you can see just how good medics are. We survived that ambush without taking a single casualty, although one of my Wolverines did just charge into the laser turret.
Sir. Got it. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay, now here's another one of these cargo trucks from previous mission. Last time we didn't get a good look at it. Basically what these are is just some prop in the map. You destroy it, they leave a crate. In this case it's a healing crate that restores the health of all our units. Very helpful for this mission. Usually it's money, but it's always mission dependent. Now the thing about these vein holes is that thing in the center, from that thing these orange veins spread out. They spread out indefinitely and could potentially cover the entire map, which is pretty bad because what they do is if you move vehicles on there, they do a lot of damage, and if they get to buildings, they also slowly damage the building. The only way to stop them is to either put down some concrete paving, which is what's stopping it here, and the other solution would be to destroy the thing in the center. It takes a lot of damage and starts spitting out poisonous gas if you attack it, but destroying it will get rid of it, of all the orange veins entirely. The Brotherhood of Nod also has another way to get rid of these vein holes, but we won't be seeing that for a long time.
Reinforcements have arrived.
So we destroy the second relay station. We're always gonna get sort of reinforcements after each of these.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Now down here is another enemy outpost. We could actually destroy it if we wanted to and had the patience to do it, but there's really no point.
Infantry reporting. Infantry reporting. You got it. Sir?
The intended way to go for us is
Yes, sir.
down here near a broken wall. If we get rid of those turrets, we'll be clear to go down there and it will let us pretty much circumvent that outpost down there.
Yes, sir.
Now a tank over there by that bridge, he likes to take shots at you while you are down in that canyon, so I sent some disc throwers to take him out. I'm not going to charge those defenses though.
Waiting orders. Infantry.
Those things kill all those Tiberian fiends. They'd probably kill a lot of my units too.
Yes, sir. Waiting for now. Yes, sir. 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 Got it.
One thing that's kind of annoying about this mission is that there's a lot of these narrow paths and your units just take forever to navigate them because, like I said, the pathing for this game just isn't very good
Loud
and
and clear.
the game is kinda slowish to begin with. We also have another truck that also has
Loud and clear.
another healing crate for us, but we don't need it right now. Down here is also all the enemy power plants that are responsible for powering the Nod buildings in this mission. I'm taking them down, although there really isn't much point to it actually, because while the laser turrets consume power, they don't actually require it to function, so even if you destroy all the power plants, the laser turrets will still shoot you like normal. The only thing destroying the power plants does is power down all the laser fences, which isn't really much of an issue because laser fences kinda suck.
I'm taking out and loud and clear.
But I still destroy all of them, just for completion's sake. There's really no reason not to destroy them now.
Medic reporting. Got it.
Now here I go back real quick to get that crate. As you can see, there's another one of these loose cliff walls. We could have circumvented the laser turrets had we gone down there. Again, I wanted to be thorough. We also have another old base from Tiberian Dawn.
Loud and clear.
These things are actually pop up in quite a few places. It's pretty nice callback, I think. So now I'm actually sequence breaking. By going through a tunnel here, which basically works by just sending all your units in one end and then they automatically go to the other end. So basically by going through a tunnel, I circumvented the base defenses that kill all the Tiberian fiends, and I can take out the sensor array directly, even though I haven't destroyed the third relay station, which is what you're supposed to do first.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Got it. Got it. Got it.
You'd think the Brotherhood would notice such big gaping holes in their defenses. So, more tanks. And of course I sent my disc throwers to take care of the tanks while the Titans snipe that laser turret. One thing to keep in mind about those tanks is that when we are dug in like that, they actually have the same armor class as buildings, and so our armor piercing attacks, like the Titan shots, won't do as much damage, but the disc throws still do pretty much full damage. They also have really long range when they dig in.
Awaiting orders.
So I have to keep my Titans away from them or otherwise we'll get shot. Since again I want to complete this mission without any casualties.
Sir? Waiting orders. I'm on it. I'm on it. Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Medic reporting. Infantry reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unit ready. Medic report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Sir? Sir? Infantry waiting order. Out and waiting orders. Knowledge. Waiting order. Waiting order. Waiting order. Sir? Yes, waiting sir. Order. I'm on it. Waiting orders. Moving out. Infantry reporting. Sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Medic! Medic! Infantry reporting. Sir. Unit reporting.
So now that we took out all the tanks, all that's left to do is pretty much just Sit back, snipe those laser turrets. Except there's still one tank left! What an asshole, hiding behind the fog of war.
Awaiting orders, sir.
And of course he kills one of my titans, so there goes my no casualties run.
Sir? Yes, sir? Sir?
This boy then pretty much said fuck it and just charged all my units in here.
Sir?
I don't even need to destroy the gate because the laser fences are offline.
Unit lost.
Loud and clear. Yes, sir?
But I did it anyway, and it seems one of my disc throws decided to blow himself up, and the resulting chain reaction killed another dozen units. So there. I went from no casualties to half my force lost to one suicide bomber. Still sniping those laser turrets though. Probably should have just said fuck it and charge them, but force of habit, I guess.
Yes, sir? Unit ready. Yes, sir?
Reinforcements have arrived.